All right. Let's see how this is going. Well, welcome to Arcane Dual Sharkbait. I don't really have a day. Puddinhead's got Tuesdays, so I'm just kind of seeing how my computer handles this. So if this seems a bit weird because it's the first time, funny story, it's because it is. All right. So today I'm going to play the Siren. We're playing against a good friend of the channel who's been on it a whole bunch with Puddinhead, playing against Red Dice. Red Dice Diaries is his full name, but we call him Red Dice because it's a lot easier. And today, as I just mentioned, we're playing against the Paladin, but we're going to try something relatively new for me. I don't usually like to do double mana crystal flower or pick your channeling poison here, but I'm going to try it today. It's been interesting because I mostly tend to go with either one or none, and so I've been trying to play games with two of them lately just to see what it's like. And so we're going to see how much it changes the mana management and how far, I don't know, like how passive I feel. It's tough for me to do that, so we'll see. So we're going to go ahead and slide right down here to the middle and wait, because this is a very generic opening. It doesn't really give a whole lot away. It can be used to kind of disguise what you're going to do, because a lot of people open this way. It's not going to tip your hand as to what strategy we have down here. Typically what I like to do is get this big guy, the water elemental, out and use him to go wreck stuff while I get all the other little guys out here over here. And I have a lot of enchantments and attack spells here to supplement what the creatures can do. So, based on him staying where he is, I'm going to put this right here. And we're going to keep going. So, easy first turn, but you have some idea of where we're going to go with this. Alright, so we are going to follow up this turn with a Shallow Sea and a Ring of Ocean's Depths. Actually, we're going to reverse the order of that. We're going to go with the ring first, so it makes the Shallow Sea cheaper. But we're going to try to take possession of the middle of the field here. That puts us in striking range with a lot of different things. We have tsunamis, we have one-step siren call, we have all kinds of fun things that we can do. But I want to possess the middle here so I can kind of control the flow of the battlefield. And so we're going to go ahead and just do that right now. And move right along into the middle. Super easy first couple turns. We're also building up quite a bit of mana, as you can see. That's because I'm ideally shooting for the water elemental to come out next. For those who've seen me play the Siren, they know that I love this water elemental. This guy is super strong. Yeah, the Resilient honestly makes them last forever unless they roll crits pretty well. Now, one of the guys who rolls crits best is Paladin when he challenges somebody and re-rolls a bunch of times, but the Water Elemental's still been pretty effective for the times I've used him. He usually just goes in there and causes havoc with the other guy's strategy, which is my favorite thing for him to do. Red Dice, as you'll notice, likes to stay a little bit defensive. Excuse me. Likes to stay on the defensive side of things. So, alright. Alright, so this turn, we're going to go ahead and do the Brace Yourself Water Elemental. This is relatively simple here, so for those who are relatively new to the game, Brace Yourself is an enchantment you put on yourself, and you can reveal it and get 4 armor for a whole turn. It's amazing how much damage it can absorb. And the Water Elemental we've been going over for the last couple of turns, so we're going to go ahead and pass the first quick cast. Pretty sure it's just going to be how it is for a little bit. I'm behind in actions, but I don't think anything he does will affect what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and cast the Water Elemental now. And I'm going to save my quick cast on the off chance that he does decide to move towards me. And the reason for that is, at that point, I can go ahead and instead of casting a Brace Yourself, I can cast Siren's Call, which will actually do wonders towards getting him out of position. Now, I don't expect it to really happen at this point, but he's not ready to move out yet, and he's relatively defensive sometimes. Let's see. Man, I'm missing my Purge Magic. I totally forgot to put the Purge Magic in here again. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I keep tinkering with a lot of points in this book, and Purge Magic would go a long way. Interesting. So he cast Brogan out, and I feel relatively happy with that. And the reason I feel happy about that is that Brogan's Piercing doesn't do a whole heck of a lot extra to the Water Elemental. And so he's paying a little bit extra mana for something that doesn't really help him very much. And most of the creatures I have either have 0 or 1 armor, as you can see. So, I mean, yeah, it nullifies some of the advantage, but it doesn't really do too much. Alright, so this turn, we're going to go ahead and prepare a Blood Shaman, who is one of my favorite cards in terms of art. This guy's awesome. He's also a relatively strong level 2 creature who can be buffed significantly by the Shallow Sea. And so we're going to go ahead and get another, basically the idea is to get more actions out as well as take more control over the middle of the arena. And set up for next turn, start Sirens calling things and letting the Water Elemental do work. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go. This is on Red's initiative though, so he'll get the chance to go first. And he's going to go ahead and pass quick, and so will I. Oh, excuse me, I'm dehydrated. So, yep, he's going to go ahead and use that action advantage there to go ahead and just do actions that don't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and pass, not to tip my hand too early. And so we're going to see what he does with one of his actual potentially strong creatures, you know what I mean? Cassiel is great for casting things, but she doesn't have anything prepared. I wonder if he meant to do that. I guess not. So he's not going to cast anything with Cassiel. That's okay. I don't think anything we're doing is going to really give away too much. So we're going to go ahead and cast the Blood Shaman now. This gives us a little bit more of a board presence here. This also allows me to do some of the action delaying that he's trying to, or cut down some of the action delaying he's got, so I can get an idea of what he's going to do. All right. Yeah, right. It's amazing. Sharkbait's playing sharks. Oh no. Kind of fun when that happens, right? Maybe I'm just biased, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and move Water Elemental here, and we'll put a guard on him just in case there's some shenanigans going on. But seeing as Brogan's already guarding, I don't expect a whole lot to come out of that, to come out of the Paladin shenanigans or anything, like a teleport or something. Usually I feel like he would use Brogan. I could always be wrong, but that's my expectation. On a side note, I want to make a shout out to the Siren's Call, which has been absolute MVP spell for my testing of this book. Oh, interesting. He brings out Allendale. That's going to be a fun one to deal with. So one of my favorite things to do with Allendale is to put a little Chant of Rage here on him, and then put a reverse attack on his target, so that whenever he goes ahead and starts attacking, if the person's not paying attention and pays for the buff up, they get a big 8-dice Stormbringer attack in the face, followed by, especially if they're guarding, followed by an attack from, let's just say, the Water Elemental. You know, it's actually a fun tactic. It's my favorite way to break some of the big guys with the Siren, just because it's pretty devastating if you can pull it off. Alright, so this turn, we're going to go ahead and try to cast a Shallow Sea down into this corner down here, into the one that I'm hopefully going to call at least one of his dudes into there. And we're also going to we're going to bring along a Healing Madrigal. I don't expect to actually cast it. It's more of like a just in case something goes wrong. And so that'll be my, oh crap, everything has hit the fan and I need another spell to cast instead of casting Siren's Call like I expect to. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into this. I'm going to go ahead and pass first quick cast. And in fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and pass through the first couple of actions. I think he's just going to do Monk and Cassiel. But I want to see if he moves on his own, because that way there I won't have to move out of my safe zone here in order to get a Siren's Call onto either of the big hitters. And if I can do what I can to split them up, it'll actually be even better. We'll see how that goes, though. So I can pass one more time. And I expect him to give himself some mana. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and leave our safe zone here and drop a shallow sea into there. And we're going to follow it up. So not only is this an effective turn, you're doing some effective actions, but you are also saving mana. That wasn't very expensive. That was 5 total mana to do both of those things. And you're going to draw at least some of the combat guys out of their little corner. Now, he may be ready for that. It's not exactly hard to see this coming if you've played against a Siren before, but, you know, I still think it's the right play. In a really ideal scenario, we'll get to attack with the Water Elemental, push whatever goes in here, which may end up being the Paladin here, into this zone where the Shark can get to him. Because honestly, I don't have a problem if it's the Paladin versus anybody else. So, you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and take the bait. We're going to go ahead and take that bait because I get to reroll selectively against the Paladin. So, barring a reverse attack, which is possible, which, I mean, wouldn't really do much against the Water Elemental. He's actually Hydro immune. So, Divine Protection gives him just 1. So he's still rolling 5 dice, and I get to selectively re-roll. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. There are 3 blanks. Let me make sure there's 3. Yep, okay, there's 3 there. So I'm re-rolling the 3. We're going to add another 3. He's saying the same thing I was earlier. So, looks like 3 more damage, and we're going to go ahead and go up here with the push, which is exactly what we were hoping for. So, we're going to telegraph that Paladin's going to go up here with the Water Elemental. And I might have to type it out, which is fine. Which is pretty much exactly how I wanted this to play out. I wanted a creature, a relatively big one, I mean, Paladins are pretty big, to come up into our middle control zone here, and then be able to get hit by the Shark. The question is, if he pushes, let's see, this is after the push, and may immediately move into the creature zone. I'm actually not sure if he gets a counter. Let's see if Koshid's there. Yeah, I kind of figured he might have a bear strength in there somewhere. So, he's going to roll 4 dice, which is a pretty damn good roll. I assume he's going to re-roll the 2 normal damage. Nah, beat me to it. Okay, let's see. So, re-rolling the 2 normal gives him 1 more. That was a pretty dang good roll on a couple dice. Anyway, we're going to roll with that. So it's his turn. I guess I should clarify all that. So if, oh, he has to go directly into the water, so that's good. So if he wants to actually get up there with the Paladin, he's going to have to split up his big guys. There we go. All right. Anyway, So while that's happening, we're going to go ahead and try to attack with the Sharkman. And why? Oh yeah, Divine Protection. Makes it so it's only 2 instead of 3. But it's still going to get a damage and a bleed, it looks like. Bleed is good. Bleed is also tough to keep sticking against the Holy Mage, so I won't get too excited just yet. Maybe we'll get a chance to play that Poison Blood that I was thinking. So we'll see how this goes. This is an interesting setup here. I'm not convinced it's going to be to my advantage that it was the Paladin and not one of his big guys, but we will see. Alright, this turn we're going to try something a little crazy. I don't know, I'm going to try casting a Death Tongue Berserker, but I'm going to save that for way later. But I'm also going to put a Circle of Lightning on the Water Elemental, and this is hopefully to cause a little bit of panic and or disruption into the plan for which he has. I don't think he's actually going to attack the Water Elemental, but on the off chance he decides to get aggressive, I want the Circle of Lightning there to kind of get as much bang for my buck as I can out of this. So we'll see. It might work, it might not. It's an experiment. And we're going to go ahead and run out with it. Normally I'd like to keep Sirens Calling Allendale. However, I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the Circle of Lightning. Because if I Sirens Call him, he's basically useless this turn. But I want another creature on the board. I think it'll be better for the board presence if I actually do get a chance to get another creature out there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the original plan. I'm not going to talk myself out of it now. And we're going to see what happens. Just for those who didn't see, he passed first Quake Cast, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on the Water Elemental for storage. We'll see if he actually wants to do something about it. Oh, this would be a perfect one to start attacking with. Because Brogan here has a Lightning +2. Unfortunately, he's going to just guard. I don't know that I consider that terribly unfortunate, but it would be nice to be able to have him take the Lightning +2 without me having to hit him. So I'm going to go ahead and actually go. We're going to pass here and see what he does. See if he wants to pay for Allendale here. Oh, he's going to get a mana. And it looks like I've got 3 creatures. He's got 3 creatures remaining, so I have to make a move at this point. And so the risk I run is if I make the Water Elemental attack Brogan, and I push him out of that zone, I would probably push him left, but it leaves my Shark here open to an Allendale hit. So I think the Allendale hit is going to happen regardless. What I'd like to do is get him to get some damage on somebody. So let's see if we can make some use out of, make him have to deal with a lot of things at once. Hopefully we can get the bleed as well. Well, that was an unfortunate roll. Maybe not. So we did 1 damage. It's something. And we got use out of the Shark before he potentially dies. So we're going to see if he actually goes. I think he's going to go up and attack. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. For those who don't know, it won't auto-prompt at the moment. That's something I'm working on. I just haven't redone it for this version yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and reveal Circle of Lightning as well, since he's going to go ahead and roll manually. And he's supposed to roll 8 dice. We'll see what happens. I'm just going to kind of hope there isn't a stun that happens here, but we'll see. Oh, he got stunned. That's unfortunate. He also got a really good roll there. And stun. And so we're going to roll, what is it? 2 dice back. And so that was a mistake on my part because I didn't take into account the stun. However, I did get the stun back at him. So Allendale's also stunned. So that's kind of funny. I should have been more careful. I probably should have attacked with the Water Elemental first. So the original thing that I had was a good idea. Attack Brogan here. Drag him away. Don't worry about getting use out of the Shark. And make sure I get use out of the Water Elemental that cost me 22 mana. So yeah, that was smart of me. That's alright. We're going to go ahead and just get rid of the stun here. Let's see what the Paladin tries to do, if he sticks around and fights, or if he's going to run like crazy from the Water Elemental. If I was him, I'd probably stick around and fight. He's got 4 dice with selective rerolls. He could potentially do quite a bit of damage to that thing. The Paladin and the Siren are interesting because the Paladin does very well against the Siren as a matchup in general, and the reason for that is because of his ability to take out oh, he had a bunch of markers. Anyway, the ability to take out large creatures very well. So it's kind of a tough matchup here for me. But you know what? It happens. So he's going to go ahead and re-roll and see if he gets any crits. No crits. Alright. Are we good here? I think we're good here. I have definitely misused my Water Elemental. That's an unfortunate thing. However, we'll see if we can make up for it. I doubt we can this game. But why is he targeting the Siren? Did I miss something? Oh, I gotcha. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put big old Sharkman out because I think it's good to have some board presence here. And we'll see what we can do. Actually, you know what? We could just, no. Reverse attack's a bad plan because there's a key word here on Brogan and it says unavoidable. So, oh man. Alright, she's going to go ahead and take 5 damage from the Paladin here. And put them on herself. That's interesting. I mean, cute in a way, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and put my action phases down. Alright, so we're in a bit of a bind here because I misused my Water Elemental this turn. Unfortunately, the Water Elemental doing, I don't want to say doing poorly, but the choices I made with the Water Elemental are going to really hurt us because of how much I invested in him. Fortunately, there might be a recovery option. We'll see. I'm planning to put this Arcane Corruption on to the Paladin over there sooner than later. But he seems to be saving mana up for something based on the chat. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, this turn we're going to try to be a little bit risky. We're going to hope he survives the first quick cast and then is able to attack Brogan and push him to the other middle side here. And when he does that, we're going to go ahead and cast a Wall of Earth right there. That'll help if the Water Elemental survives. This is a big if. It'll help me keep him separated from the main pack here. It'll help separate Brogan from the rest of his buddies as well. And it might even let me beat up on Brogan a little bit. I also prepared a Ring of Tides for next turn when I figure it's good to have ahead of time so I can Tsunami later at my will. So we're going to see how well this goes. This is definitely hinging upon getting a little on the lucky side. I don't expect him to Luminous Blast the Water Elemental, but considering it's 7 dice, it's pretty tempting, and I damn near played a reverse attack on him. Only reason I didn't is because of Brogan's unavoidable attack. So if he doesn't Luminous Blast him here, I would be kind of SOL with the reverse attack. You know what I mean? So I'd rather not waste my reverse attack on that. And we actually get a little on the lucky side, so we're going to go ahead and activate this guy. We're going to go for a Crashing Wave for 6 dice because he's guarding. We're going to get 6 damage through, and we get the push. And we're going to go ahead and let him do the counterattack if he wants to counterattack. Oh, and he does nothing. That's perfect. That is playing right into us getting lucky. And we're going to go ahead and quick cast this here wall. So, Allendale not only cannot do anything to it because he has a lightning attack, but even if he wasn't, or even if he was able to act, well, let me rephrase all of that. My words are bad. He's stunned. He can't attack. Even if he could, he has a lightning attack. It can't do anything to the wall of earth. So, interestingly, we have now just separated Brogan from the rest of his pack. Which is kind of what I want. I want to throw wrenches into the plan for a turn. And so, yeah, that's interesting. Must be something fun. So he's going to go ahead and enchant the Depton Berserker, and then move up. And we'll see what happens. Enchant himself. Cool. Nope, just give him the Signet of the Dawnbreaker. So that's going to give him a ton of valor when this water elemental here dies, which, frankly, is probably going to happen. Ah, Chant of Rage. Very nice. So, the cool part is if he picks Allendale like I think he will, or really anybody except these two would be bad. Yeah, that's what I figured. Bummer. That's alright, though. I might be able to go in there and punch Brogan, though. I don't know if I want to commit to that just yet. Why don't we... 1, 2, 3, 4... Let's pass and see what he does, because I still have 3 actions. He has 4. I want to see what he does with Brogan. If he decides to make Brogan run away... yeah, sorry. He's not going to run away to check the Brogan yet. Why don't we go ahead and check... Sorry. Let me finish that thought. If Brogan runs away, I will find a way to bring him back to me. If he does not run away, I might move in and punch him. There we go. Since this is going to happen anyway, we're going to go ahead and just run across. And he's aquatic, so he's not hindered. He has to go there. And we'll see what happens here. What's he going to do with Brogan? Is he going to attack? Yeah, he's going to attack. He's going to get 3 dice, and I'm going to hope he doesn't get 3 crits. It's really all I can do, is just hope. Nope. He's not going to do that. He's, in fact, changing what he's doing. He can never make up his mind, can he? Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and attack Allendale here. And hopefully we'll get a little bit better roll than we did last time. Hoping for a damage and a bleed. A damage or 2 and a bleed, maybe? Ooh, we're going to go for 3 damage and a bleed. All of that is good. Especially when Allendale's stunned. He's doing nothing. And so... I think I don't need the Ring of Tides right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and go make a punch at this Brogan guy. And hopefully roll, 8 crits or whatever. 2's good enough for me. I'll take that. That's a pretty good one. That's more than I was expecting. Actually, it's right on the average, but more than I was expecting. Ooh, Brogan's going to attack me. Okay. I don't mind that. He's rolling 3 dice. Oh, nope. He decided to make the right thing. So if he did attack me, I wouldn't mind because it's 3 dice against me. I'm unarmored, but I am in a shallow sea. Ooh, you almost got him. Alright, and so that's the end of the actions. Anyways, I'm in a shallow sea. Sorry, I keep not finishing thoughts. So if he did 3 dice to me, I don't think it would really do all that much. Even 5 damage would be down to 4. And over time, since he's not focusing on me, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. I don't think it would become a huge deal. And so, yeah, next turn we're going to try to take advantage of some of the things we have here. Actually, looking back on it, I could have Siren called the Depton Berserker. And so that would have been really smart. Just, I want to make a play or a point real quick. I could have instead moved up here, Siren called the Berserker. I could have then moved either that direction or that direction. And if I'd moved this direction, I would have been hindered. Hindered means I can do what I want at that point since I can't keep running at that guy, and I would have been able to attack Brogan. Another play mistake on my part that I need to make sure I get and capture so that I can actually make sure I learn from next time. So don't make the same mistake I did. In this case that we had just a second ago, what you want to do is move in, Siren's Call, the Depton Berserker who was in our zone, so that way there it nullifies Chant of Rage. Alright? Anyway. Alright, this turn we're going to try to get a little fancy here, and we're going to gamble on what he's going to do again. Alright, so what I think we're going to try to do is put Song of Love in the quick cast phase onto Brogan, on the off chance that he's counting on Brogan taking out the water elemental. I don't really expect him to do that, but either way, having a Song of Love on Brogan means if he does kill the water elemental, I can just put the love token on myself and not get stabbed. We're also bringing along a Rust for if we find a way to see Allendale, we can attack him with the Blood Shaman, or I can put it onto Brogan, and then, or I can just possibly punch him. I'm going to bring Rust because it's a good spell in general for this particular setup here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and see what he does. I don't expect the water elemental to live through this, but there is an off chance that it actually does. Hilariously enough. I mean, I don't know how we got to this point, but oh, he's saying wait. Alright, anyway, he goes ahead and does the first quick cast. He teleports into the zone here. Not quite what I was expecting. I wonder if he realizes he doesn't actually have to kill. Let me see. When every phase. When you attack. I guess it is when you. Maybe he does. Maybe the mage does have to. I'm not sure. Either way, that's going to allow us to, well, stop worrying about the water elemental, because he's going to die. Whatever you want to call it. So I think first thing, or the next thing we're going to do, excuse me, is go ahead and attack Allendale. Let's see here. Yep, 2 damage to the water elemental. Yep. Yes. So I think, like I said, we're going to go ahead and try to attack Allendale again and get some bleeds on him. And then we'll probably put a Song of Love onto Mr. Brogan here. As soon as I'm sure that, yeah, he's done. Okay, so Blood Shaman's going to go ahead, and we're going to hope for another good critical roll here, because Angry Sharks. Angry Sharks are fun. And, oh, we don't get any additional damage, but we do get another bleed, so that's fun. And so we're going to go ahead and, actually we're just going to go ahead and Siren's Call Mr. Brogan here, so that way there, we save some mana up. Not that we have anything big to cast at this point, but, you know. So he's going to go ahead now. I'm going to guess he's going to go ahead and hit the shark finally. Yeah. So anyway, he does 6 damage to the shark and actually gets a stun. Let's see, 6 and a stun. Anyway, yeah, the shark's been doing actually a surprisingly high amount of things to Mr. Allendale over there. I might, funny story, I might end up moving and Song of Loving, that's a weird verb, putting Song of Love onto Allendale so he can't attack the shark next turn. We'll see what he does with Cassiel. I'm going to go ahead and attack with this shark ahead of time, at the right time? Whatever. And so, ooh, we get the bleed. I believe that triggers Double Strike. Let me double check. I'm trying to check on the rules for that one. But I'm not getting anything. Let me see. Yeah, so I think it does, and if we find out we're wrong, I'll make an edit to it somewhere. But we're going to let Sharkman do Sharkman. Attack him. Anyway, that should kill him. If a creature has a bleed, it gains a double strike, and it gained it at the resolve damage and effects step, which is before the additional strike step, I believe. So I don't think he realizes he can't attack me. No. No. That's alright. Alright, so he goes ahead and attacks the wall of earth, since he can do that. Yeah, so that followed that. Let's see, Siren's Call has now been done. Go ahead and drag that back over to my stats. Sorry for being so zoomed out, I just realized it was a bit zoomed out. It's a first video thing. We're gonna go... I get first initiative. I'm gonna go ahead and actually go ahead and punch the Brogan here. And hope we get that 1/3 chance of killing him. We just need to roll 3 crits, excuse me. Hey! We got a lucky roll. Angry Siren. She does not like her water elemental getting killed. And so this is a much more desirable board state than it was earlier. Even if we lost the water elemental, I made up for it a bit by being able to separate them with this wall. And it forced him to get out of position. He's now in my zone. He doesn't do a lot in the first place. He's going to take some Arcane Corruption. Yes, Arcane Corruption I think is what I'm going to put on him. Here he overhealed Allendale there. Oh, nope, actually he's going to heal 2 bleeds and 5. So Allendale's going to become a problem. But I still think this is more desirable than strictly losing the water elemental to no trade. If we hadn't been able to take out Brogan, we would have had a whole different story. But we may end up being okay in this position. And so, and I saved a ton of mana for whatever that's worth. I don't really have any big mana plans, though I could double Boulder right now. Or I could ring Tsunami and just send his mage flying everywhere. That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Yeah. That'd be ridiculous. I think we're going to stick with the Arcane Corruption plan, and then maybe mix in some reverse attacks and general stabbing of things. I will let you know when I figure it out. Alright, so this turn we're going to get a little tricksy. We're going to go ahead and move on our turn and put a reverse attack here on the Zepton Blood Shaman. We'll see if he actually bites in on that one. And we're also going to go ahead and put the Rust on Allendale so that he does extra damage to himself. It's going to be kind of funny. Worst case scenario doesn't work. It's just a fun, it's a fun experiment. But I'm kind of hoping it works. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and skip through the finishing, planning, and the deployment. I'm not going to go ahead and quick cast at the moment. And I'm going to definitely end up in a position that draws the mage, paladin mage, excuse me, down to hit me because I'm not going to be in a shallow sea zone. But I think it's going to be overall worth it. I guess time will tell, right? So we're going to go ahead and put that there, and we're going to follow that up with that and see if he bites on the bait. Sharkbait using bait. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, I do have a brace myself. Brace yourself is the spell name. I can brace myself to hopefully prevent some of the damage that he would be rolling. And since he didn't put the challenge on me, he does not get the selective reroll. It's just now it's a matter of whether he wants to get this far away from Cassiel or not. I feel pretty good about him just having... If I can take care of Allendale, excuse me, let me go ahead and rephrase what I was going to say. If I can take care of Allendale, I feel pretty good about the board state. The problem is, what does it take, or what do I lose in the process of taking care of Allendale? And that's never an easy thing to do. You know, Allendale's a tough motherfucker. And pardon the language, but he's really tough. So, he's going to roll 5 dice, and he's going to get 3 normal. I'm definitely revealing the brace yourself. So I'll take 3 damage. And that's not terrible. It's about what I expected it to take, and now he's further from Cassiel, who he acted with earlier, which is kind of the interesting plan here. So I'm going to go ahead and run the shark all the way across so that Allendale is not tempted to attack him. Actually, we're done with action phases there. So let's see if he actually pays for Allendale and tries to go big or go home on this one. It's a rezoning, maybe. Oh, he's going to force push him. He's coming after me. That's alright. I don't mind. I have... Brace yourself. The stun may be a little bit of annoying. Excuse me, a little bit of an annoying thing. And I forgot to put shift enchantment into this version. It is going into a future version. Sorry, he's asking me questions. So it's going into a future version. I've been meaning to add it. I added it to my Drumlick Warlock earlier. I forgot to add it to this one. Shift enchantment will allow me to basically steal that reverse attack and put it onto myself next time. And unfortunately right now, what it ends up being is probably a dead reverse attack. Unless I make him like a Chant of Rage. Actually, that's probably what I'll do next time. Oh, he's not hitting me. He's hitting the shark. That's probably good. It means my face isn't going to get hurt. But he's going to hit pretty hard. Ooh! That's a lot of hit. That's a lot of damage. He's rolling pretty well on that one. I rolled pretty well to kill Brogan, though, so we'll call it about even. Yeah, definitely Chant of Raging now with Allendale. So, we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a Chant of Rage into the Blood Shaman, excuse me. And then I'm not sure what I will do after that. I will probably just cast... I'm going to expect a Ring of Tides. Oh, no, you know what? I'm actually going to Arcane Corruption. I'm going to finally do the Arcane Corruption I was talking about earlier. Alright, so this turn, we're going to go ahead and stick with the Chant of Rage plan. And the Arcane Corruption plan. We have to be a little bit careful how we do this, because if we do the Chant of Rage and then we move here, he could still attack us because he's hindered. So we're going to be careful as to when he does this. But it looks like he's going to try to... Red, man, you got to start doing this in the right time. Anyway, he's going to go ahead and put the challenge on me, which means he can reroll, which isn't a big deal. I forgot to get rid of Brace Yourself. That's fine. We're going to get rid of that. I might move my mage up in this case. So it'll be away from Allendale and away from the Paladin. Either way, okay, he's changing his mind. Alright, anyway. So I put the Divine Challenge on the Berserker. This way here, when the Berserker dies, he gets more Valor, which he hasn't actually used yet. He should probably use some of the Valor. I like the stabby. I think it's the Vengeful Aura. Vengeful Aura is awesome. It's like everything gets a melee 1 and pierce 2, I think. So it's pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and skip into the first quick cast and see if he does anything. He's probably not quick casting. He said done. But I'm going to go ahead, put the Chant of Rage on Allendale and pay for it. It's going to cost us 4 mana. And we're going to go ahead and add the Hate token, maybe. There it is. Hate. Right. So, Hate token added. That was the first quick cast. And we'll see where it goes from there. I'm getting comments from the Peanut Gallery that I have a ton of mana. I know I do. I just I don't mean to. It just kind of happened. Let's see. Koshi's telling me to do double tsunami. I might do that. I'm probably going to end up doing 2 of them. I don't know if I'll do 2 in a row, though. For those who didn't see, he's going to sweeping strike, so he gets to attack the Depton Berserker, and then he also gets to attack me, because I'm the only thing there, although I don't know if he's going to do that yet. Oops, I can't type. That's okay. Anyway, so just like normal sweeping, he's gonna hit me for 3 dice, and I'm gonna move back into the nice shallow sea area. Gonna roll 3 maybe. And it looks like 3 more damage gets added. That's not terrible. Though I do need to not take more damage than I need to. Sorry. I need to stop taking as much damage as I am. There we go. Words. Words have meaning. So I'm going to go ahead and move the Sharkman here. We're going to put him on guard. And we're going to go ahead and let him do Allendale. Whatever he wants to do. Yep, he's doing it. He bit it. Perfect. This is exactly how we wanted it to go. So he's going to attack himself for like 8 dice. And then I'll attack him again with the shark. He just stunned himself, did 4 damage. Yep, 4 damage. And then he's... Poor guy stunned himself. Anyway, let's see if this thing rolls the actual amount of dice correctly. 3 dice. Hey, and we get the bleed. So I meant to reveal the rust, so he should have... It didn't prompt me on that one. There we go. So we did 6 damage, we stunned his ass. Man, as much as I want to Arcane Corruption now, I'm not sure. Either way, he's jumping ahead. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and join him, but we're still going to cast the Arcane Corruption. So, yeah, we're going to Arcane Corruption this Paladin, and hopefully that starts to add some damage to him, and he has to deal with it while I deal with Allendale. I'm going to go ahead and delete the reverse attack, and I think we're going to do Song of Love next. He's stunned, it doesn't matter. It's probably a Galvanize there, but I might seek and dispel that in a few minutes. We're going to reveal the Arcane Corruption so that it automates, and then we're going to go ahead and go to the next turn. Alright, this turn we're not going to get cute with it anymore. We're going to do the Ring of Tides with the Tsunami, and hopefully that will take out Allendale. It'll probably hit me and kill my shark in the process, but I think at this point we need to do something to take out this big guy, and we need to stop trying to be cute with this. So, let's just do it. Yeah? He's going to try to quick cast. Probably heal. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, it's an enchantment. I should have Arcane Corruption to him. Alright. That's probably an eye for an eye, actually. Let's see. So, no more getting cute. We're going to just do it. So, that puts me at 6. Cost me... Oop, wait, nope. Should cost me 1 less mana. So, we're going to start with Allendale. I'll make sure he has nothing to reveal. And we're going to roll 4 dice. Alright, 3 damage and a push. He will be going left. Let me go ahead and just make that correct. And I'm going to go ahead and roll the shark. Unfortunately... Oh my god, he survived. That's a miracle. He's going to go over here. And unfortunately this means I'm probably going to take a whole bunch because that's how we work here. Yeah. Yep. That's okay. We are going to go... I think we're going to go up here. That way there, I can heal 1. So, next round, Allendale. We're going to roll 4 more dice. And, of course, we don't get the push. No, we do get the push. Hooray! I was a little worried for a second, but I thought it was a little worse, but the Ring of Tides helped. So, we do get the push. That's always nice. I'm going to attack the paladin now for 4 dice. Ooh! That's 5 damage, it looks like. Nope. Now only 3. Rhino hide. Gonna push him there. And we're gonna finish, hopefully finish off Allendale here. Okay. Kill him, but I only take 5, or I only take 2 on that one. So I take 2. And I get pushed again. I guess I'll push myself back down here. Anyway, let's delete all of the extra enchantments here. Pretty sure he only takes damage equal to how much he actually takes. So, my interpretation is that we can change that if we need to, but I'm going to finish rolling here. And we get 3 more damage and a push into the wall. 3 more, hope for a high roll. That's a pretty good one. I'll take that. 2 more damage on 3 dice. That was a pretty successful tsunami, if I do say so myself. And that's it for that one. Alright. The good news from where I'm sitting is that I am sitting in a shallow sea. The bad news is that I am at 13 damage with no armor. Not my brightest moment there, but I rolled really well against myself, unfortunately, though I did keep my shark alive. Somehow. I'm tempted just to tsunami again next turn, but I might just double bolt. Excuse me. I might just double boulder. I don't know why. Oh, Healing Magical must have been on Allendale there. So, let's see if I can bait him into hitting the shark. Yeah, we're going to see if he wants to hit the shark instead of me. I'm okay with him hitting the shark and not me. I think I'm going to try to put a Poison Blood on him next, but that Arcane Corruption is going to come in handy. So I think I'm going to do a Poison Blood as well as a Boulder. And then the next turn after that, I will also follow with at least a Boulder. And I don't know what yet. But the plan is to put a Poison Blood and a Boulder on the next turn while I regen my 1 in here. Oh, he's also taking bleed damage. I forgot about that. That's really nice. Sorry, nice for me. I like that. However, the next thing that we need to worry about is basically keeping him dead. So yeah, we're going to stick with that plan. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is trying to move away and not get killed. That'll be probably easier said than done. What I might end up doing instead is an ironic Pillar of Righteous Flame instead of the Boulder. Nah, that's too cute. Let's just Boulder it. Stop being cute. Stick with the plan. So, yeah, sorry I didn't cut out the planning on that one. It was a quick planning, I think. So, we're going to roll with it. Get it? Roll. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're probably going to take a hit. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and reveal in case of a Seeking Dispel. And let him go ahead and punch me if he wants. The good news is he moved back into the shallow sea, which really helps me. Oh, that's that's funny. He played the pillar instead of me playing the pillar. That's actually really funny. Because I don't know, I just find that funny to me. He also just burnt the fish. You're not supposed to burn the fish. Fish doesn't, well, it tastes pretty good burnt. Oh, now he's changing it. Poor Red. Man, you gotta make up your mind, Red. It's all good, though. Part of what makes this game, or part of what makes you learn the game is to sometimes make the mistake and stick with it. So that way you learn for next time. Kind of like the example I have earlier is the excuse me, the water elemental. I made the mistake, but you gotta stick with it so you can actually learn from your mistakes while you play it as well. And then you also have to make sure you remember your mistakes, so you, oh, sorry, he's doing stuff. So he hit me for a total of 4 damage from that, as well as 3 from the Pillar Righteous Flame. I'm gonna go ahead and move the shark in. No, wait, let's not move the shark in. There's a Pillar of Righteous Flame there. Let's move me out of it. And, oh, let's not, damn it. I stole a red action marker. However, let us throw a boulder. And we'll see what happens. Boulder time. Not a great roll. Man, that was unfortunate. 2 more damage. That's alright. In the upkeep, he'll take another 4. Sorry, upkeep's the wrong word. Yeah, I guess it is upkeep. Excuse me. 4 from the Arcane Corruption, as well as the Bleed. So what I'm thinking we end up doing is casting another Tsunami. Just because we can at this point. It seems like the best plan, and frankly, that's going to be the one that wins us the game. I'd be willing to bet on a lesser teleport Tsunami more than I would the Boulder to get 6 damage. There's a pretty high push chance, a much higher push chance than the Boulder doing 6 full damage. Yeah, I think that's about right in the math. So even if he goes ahead and gets rid of this Poison Blood here on his quick cast, it won't help him, because my turn, I'm going to lesser teleport here, and we're going to then follow up with the Tsunami. So we're not going to skip this planning phase again, like I've been doing so far, but we're going to go ahead and just get prepared for this one. And we're going to stick with our original plan. Lesser teleport, followed by Tsunami. We have 16 mana. That's perfect. Of note, he has 32 mana, which is a ton. That's how much I was sitting on earlier. One of the things I'm getting used to is managing the mana with the Siren. I'm not that good at it yet. It takes a little bit getting used to. And so, yeah, I think maybe adding another Water Elemental or a Kraken or something big to cast when I have that much mana extra, because the Siren's Call only costs 1 mana. You're going to be sitting there saving mana a lot just by using the Siren's Call, which I think is a very underused ability for the Siren. So, yeah, I think I should get another big guy in here. I like these guys too, but at the times they were not worth casting because they were very small and squishy. So we're going to go ahead and skip right through deployment. We're going to skip quick. Pretty much no matter where. Okay, yeah. We're going to end up getting to do it. So we're going to go ahead, lesser teleport here, and finish off the Tsunami there. That's going to put us at 0. So just for everyone's reference, it goes here first and then it goes here, because I have to pick a direction. All right. It doesn't say continues if you attack something. It says continues if there are no further, or until there are no further zones. So you can basically set it to go down like a giant tsunami wave. All right. And so we're going to go ahead and roll some dice. We get the push. Actually, we end up getting most of the kill as it is. And he's just going to concede instead of making me roll it. That was a very well played game by Red. I was actually really worried for a while, and he actually got me really close. The mistake with the Water Elemental almost got me killed, but it ended up working out pretty well. For me, at least. I got lucky. However, it was a great game by Red. This Paladin is nasty. He's done a very good job of researching it. So anytime you get a chance to play against him, please take him up on the offer. Thanks for watching. This has been Sharkbait, and my voice is starting to go a little husky because I'm not used to this. So, hope you enjoy the video.